Horizon song that those boxes that have to be ticked?
Well, I think we have to hit a certain heaviness quota, which I think Teardrops does. But I think more than anything, it's the emotion, like emotional connection that our songs have. And like for me, I think our songs are always best when it's me talking about how things make me feel and like how I relate to like things that are going on. And for me, this tune's just that, you know what I mean? It's not like, it's just simply purest form of what I'm going through. And I just think like over the years got a feeling that like I can gauge when that, you know, that means something to our listeners, and when our listeners really respond to that. And I just feel like this tune's one of those. I could be wrong.
And so what were you going through when you wrote this song?
You know, it's definitely a lot about this year, and well, not just this year, but like the way things have been going. You know, I think I have so much sympathy for kids that grow up in this age, and you know, they're born into like tech addiction, which is like just so normal for us these days to just be like addicted to our phones, addicted to our computers, addicted to like media, addicted to the news. You know, like we wake up in the morning and it's just like no one really says you shouldn't wake up first thing and the first thing you do is check your phone and just look at like bad news or like social media or anything. No one tells us that, but like that's like inviting 1,000 chatty strangers into your bedroom at like 7:05. You know what I mean? It's like the first thing you do. We're all in the same boat, so none of us really talk about it. But the mental impact that the way we live now and the way our society is I don't think we've really seen the after effects or the repercussions of it yet. I think we will soon. And this song's just about how we kind of like, you know, almost like our moral compass is a little bit skewed because we're so numb to just like bad news every single day. And you know, it's hard to know what we actually should do about that. And I think it's very dangerous because it's like when we hear these like stories of oppression or tragedies or whatever, it's like, do I scream, do I shout, do I tell someone, do I fight about it, or do I sit down? We're losing our like touch with how to react to this stuff. And it's just, I mean, I'm feeling that as like a 33-year-old man. Like I can't imagine what, you know, like kids who are just like, it's just completely acceptable and the norm to be living how we're living right now. I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know how they have the strength to like figure out what's right and what's wrong.
And do you feel like Bring Me fans are going to they're going to like this, the words on this song are going to resonate with them because of that, because of having this burden of the world's events on their shoulders at all times?
Yeah, I really hope so. I mean, there was a time where I would have no idea that would even be, you know, like when I wrote Can You Feel My Heart, for instance, it was like, it's just what I felt. I didn't really even think that so many people would connect with it or respond to it or whatever, and they did. And I guess that's the only like kind of confidence I have in this tune, is that like it's come from the exact same place when I'm just like in a really bad place and I'm just putting it onto paper and then I just sing it, and it's just like, that's the only kind of like reassurance I have that that's what this song will do for the people, is the fact that it's just like it was born in the exact same way as those songs.
It's raw. The song is going to be on Post-Human Survival Horror, and I know you've mentioned this to us before, but for those who don't know, what is this going to entail, this body of work?
So I guess for most people they can like look at it as like we're releasing like one huge album, but we're just like releasing it in segments. So Post-Human will be the name of all the records we do. We're going to do 4 records, but each one's going to have a very different sound and a different message, but it's all like part of a narrative. Like this first record, Survival Horror, definitely is, it's a narrative. It starts from isolation, it goes into pandemic, it goes into the way that pandemic makes us feel and stuff like that. There's like a narrative, an ongoing narrative to it. So like the second record, the third and fourth will continue that narrative. It's going to be very reactive to like the state of the world, you know what I mean? Like who's the next president of America, or the way the climate, you know, situation changes, or you know, who knows what's going to happen next. Like, but it's going to be so reactive because we're like making it right now in these times. Like, you know, this whole record, Survival Horror, was made in isolation. It's made remotely. It's like I feel like you can hear that. Like, you know, we're singing about what we're going through right now, and that's what these next records are going to be all about. It's like we're going through right now. So like with sound, the next record, the lyrics will be so dependent on what actually happens in the world from now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And you've directed the video to this song. I had a chance to watch it before I spoke to you. It's so good. Yeah, I love that you've just become a video director and a video editor. Like, it's that's so bring me, isn't it? Just the DIY attitude of like, right, we're going to just do it the way we want to do it. We're going to learn.
Yeah, well, it was my passion before. Like before I did the band, I went to college and studied media, and I wanted to be a director.
Yeah.
I didn't get very far, but so like I'm kind of like getting to live my second dream through the bands. You know what I mean? Which is just awesome. Like so much fun to do.
And there's a bit in the video. I don't want to give it all away for those who haven't seen it, but there's a lot of you submerged in water, and kind of like looking like you're drowning and you're losing control in water. And then there's a bit where you get pulled out of the water by, I think it's Jordan, and you're like confronted with your band. And it's kind of symbolic to me that your bands are a savior to you in a way. And
yeah.
Is that's the message, right? In a way.
Totally. The message is like the whole video is kind of me trying to show as much like what I'm feeling, like what the song makes me feel, and like how depression feels and being lost and stuff. And it's like the end, I get pulled out by one of our band members and I start to play, and it's like in its own way it's saying like we all need to find that thing that gives us purpose, that gives us a reason to live and gives us a reason to move on. And for me that's like, you know, through this lockdown, like, you know, it's been tough for everyone, doesn't matter where they come from, what background they come from. Like we've all faced our own challenges, and you know, my band is the reason what's kept me sane, kept me going. So like I wanted to, like, as cheesy as it were, I wanted to symbolise that. It was like, we all need to find that thing that makes us want to wake up in the morning and carry on, no matter how hard times are.
Yeah, let's play this song one more time. It's your hottest record in the world. It's called Teardrops from Post-Human Survival Horror, which comes out next Friday. Am I right, Ollie? Next Friday?
You are right.
Yeah.
I hope you are right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's our hottest record in the world. Ollie, so nice to speak to you as ever. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's do it. Bring me the horizon and Teardrops.
Woo!
Now, this is Annie Mac's hottest record in the world.
Teardrops.